Hi, friends. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me. I'm Angela with Wild Violet's Art, and I'm doing my Marvelous Monday. So it's warmed up. Today it was 20 degrees when I walked the dog, and it was supposed to get up to the high 20s. And then tomorrow's into the 35. So I know I talk about the weather here all the time. I can't help myself. We love the cold, but I know that not everybody is a fan. Okay, so today I'm going to play with this Softly Sophisticated bundle. It's got a beautiful embossing folder that's got this really pretty pattern. I'll show you more about it. And then it's got this really pretty stamp set. It's got some florals, but the sentiments are so lovely and the font is gorgeous. But before we get into playing with that, we are going to take a look at some of the cards I got from the Stamp and Share for Leaders that I went to yesterday. I had so much fun. I met so many great ladies and it was very inspiring. So there was a few people that weren't able to show. So I know that the 43 that I made, I still had about 4 left. So, okay. So the first one that I got was from the Be Mine Suite. And it's the cutest little bumblebee. And they put a little Winkostella on the wings of the butterfly. I don't know if you can see that or not. Not sure if it's winking for you, but it's really cute. And this one was made by Dina. And I am so excited because I was able to reconnect with Kristen. She's somebody that I went to an event or to her home for an event. And also got to reconnect with folks I'd met at the airport before I moved here. And hopefully making some new friends that live locally. Okay, so the next one is this really cute from the Sending Love bundle. Isn't this mailbox adorable? I've seen people that make this so that it comes out and it has a little message, but the little flag, it's to die for. It's so cute. And if you look at this carefully, the background is using the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder. So it's really beautiful. So just really, really a great card. All right. The next group I have here are from the Heartfelt Hexagon bundle. And they've used different paper from different suites, but this one's just really a beautiful wedding card with a sweet little message. And these are all from this Heartfelt Hexagon message. So it's really cute. And this one's made by Becky Edson. But this one's really pretty. Let you see it a little bit closer. Another one, Sending Lots of Hugs. I think that was everybody's favorite sentiment. So using a different embossing folder. This was done by Stamping Upstairs, Cheryl Lee. It's really pretty. This is using the free DSP. Uh-oh, looks like I dropped the person's information. This was made by Linda Larson. So really cute, using the Flight and Airy designer series paper, free from Sale-a-bration. And then this, Sending Hugs, lots of love and hugs, was again with this, but the background is a background stamp from further back in the catalog. It took me a while to figure it out where she got the pattern from, but it's called Botanical Beauty on page 46. So this set of cards was from page 12. All right, the next one is the Make-A-Wish or Hooray for Surprise bundle. Sorry, not Make-A-Wish. And this is a really cute card, little cakes. And then it's got this little pull tab, and I don't want to pull it, but it's supposed to be able to pull it and put a message. It most likely says something about "You're simply amazing." And this was made by Deb. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her last name. But this was the Hooray for Surprises bundle. I didn't get any from this one. Really beautiful. But so this was the name tag, and it has this embossed heart. And then this was filled with goodies. You can see it's empty. And I don't know if you can see the embossing on this heart. It might be a little hard to see. But it's from this Adoring Hearts hybrid embossing folder. And she didn't do any embossing on it, but really pretty. And then this next one, Heartfelt Condolences, is from the Wild Ferns bundle. This is one that I really wanted because I love ferns, as you know. I took pictures of them this summer and fall. This was done by Kathy Seal. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. Hi, Chris. Oh, it's nice to have met you. And I met so many people. I'm going to need faces. All right, from the Perennial Lavender, I think this was the favorite. And this is where we're going to stop. Or no, I think I've got one more. So all kinds of them. Look at that pretty butterfly. This fun fold. Wasn't that great? This is from Brenda Springer. But I love this. It's so pretty. Really fragile looking. But she also did the embossing or the blender brush with the butterflies in place to get a pattern. So really clever. And this one is really pretty. And a nice little surprise when you get inside. As much as I love this suite, the paper was a little wild. I mean, a little too busy, but I think some of these ladies have done a great job of kind of diminishing that. So this one is really beautiful. This was done by Kristen. It's my friend that I made that lives pretty close by, not too far away. This one is really pretty too, just in Sandy Stellenberg. And then this one looked a lot like mine. As you remember, mine was very similar to this, but she's got hers 3D. And then she die cut out a section so that it definitely looks 3D. So you can see the stems are die cut. I'm not sure where the sentiment comes from. Not familiar with it. That's definitely popped up, and it has a cute little butterfly on it and a little bling in the one of the foliage. So pretty. And this one was done by Candace Johnson. And here's this one. I love the dies. They're so sweet. Little postage dies. And this one was done with Barbara Rubin Greenberg. This one's really pretty. I love this paper. Thanks for making me smile. And this one's done by Karen Titus. Here's one that looks very springy, cheerful. It's done by Carol Johnson. Oops, I keep losing these little tags. So she did a little vellum in the background. So little Wink Stella on the wings. Very pretty. All right. And then this one is Easter Lily Dies, Easter Lily Bundle. So this one is really beautiful, and it was done by Michelle Carlson. Very 3D, which I don't know if you guys know me, but I love 3D flowers. This is gorgeous. Really a beautiful card. Beautiful Easter. So really, really gorgeous. And then we got to this. I was hoping somebody would do some of these excellent eggs bundle, because this is the one that we're going to be doing for my next class. So if you purchase from me $35 or more in the next couple of weeks, just reach out to me if I don't notice it. Sometimes I don't get notification from Stampin' Up! When there's an order, but I will put you in for my next kit. And my next kit will be mailed out somewhere in the middle of February after Valentine's. But this is a really cute. I love the little bunny and the eggs. And we've got some cute ideas that I'm going to play with. So you'll have fun with that. So we'll go over more of these later. I don't have time tonight to do more, but I wanted to show you some really pretty cards that we're making this Softly Sophisticated. And this bundle is free with a $100 purchase. So you don't want to miss out on this. These items from Sale-a-bration are as supplies last. So page 14 of your Sale-a-bration catalog. If you need a catalog, be sure to let me know. And such sweet sentiments. So I noticed somebody had done a card using, I believe it was the Flight Nary DSP, and they just used one section of it. It's 5 1/4 by 12 inches, and then you just folded it 4 inches. And so I made this one earlier, and I stamped it before I embossed it. So you can see the embossing is done, and I turned it upside down. So it looks almost like a quilted cardstock. It's really beautiful. So I just put the one embellishment because I just thought there was so much going on with this embossing, but it just has this really elegant look to it. And then you've got your little sentiment you can put in there. We'll ignore that part. But so pretty. And, you know, it'll stand up nicely on your mantle for those that you're sending it to. Okay, so we're going to make this card right here. And this is just a simple, elegant. I cased this from someone else. I don't recall who the person was at the moment, but I'm just going to show you how I got that little background. And that is just using one of our blocks. So this is another one of the sentiments, really pretty. So, okay, so we're using the glossy dots, and I'm using the Pool Party cardstock. Oh, and this ribbon, it's so cute. It's this little crinkle ribbon. It puffs up so cute for bows. So I'm going to bring you up close so you can see. Just a cute little bow down at the bottom. And there's all this white space, but I think it just kind of is restful for the eye. And then we'll need a little piece of cardstock on the inside for a message. Okay, so we're using the Pool Party, one of my favorite colors. I was so glad that it didn't retire. Okay, so I already embossed this, and as you can see, it's sticking up towards me. And if you look at the piece that I put face down on this other card, you can see it's just the opposite. So there's lots of versatility, and I love that ability. Okay, so this I'm just going to glue on to my card face. And I noticed that you need a little bit more glue than I normally do, because this, when it's embossed, tends to roll up. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's just a smidge. I like just a really narrow band of color when I'm doing a card. All right, I'm using Berry Burst, and this one is 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. And then I have this piece of white cardstock, which is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to put something soft underneath this, and you can use, I'm going to use my silicone mat just because I want something soft underneath when I'm stamping with this. This is just a hard surface. You can also use, sorry, my cats have been everywhere and they stick to this. You can also use your mat, but I think the silicone mat is good enough for what I'm doing. And you will need a piece of scrap paper. So I'm using Pool Party for this background piece, and I'm going to ink this up really good, but I'm going to stamp off on a piece of scrap. And then, crud, cat hair. They've been really pestering me today. We'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so I stamped it off, and now I'm going to put it down and just center it on this side of my card. So it's a little dark right now, and sure enough, that stinking cat hair. I'm going to try it again. I'm not real happy with that. Didn't turn out as nice as I thought it would. Make sure that my scrap paper is clean. So we're not going to get a perfect surface, and it just doesn't want to stamp in this one area. Well, it's better than the other side. Okay, so I'll clean this off. Okay, so when you're doing you can either do the flowers or you can put down the greenery first. And I'm using Lost Lagoon and Berry Burst. But let's go ahead and do so I get the flowers right. I want to do this foliage first. So this one I did further down, but I think I'm going to move it up and see if I can't kind of hide that. You know, there's no such thing as an imperfection, right? And I'm stamping it a little off so it's not just on this little piece here. And then I think I'll do the sentiment in Berry Burst so it pops up a little bit more. And another cat hair. Lovely. Okay, so now I want this bud to match up, and I want it to be above the greenery. So it's just slightly above the greenery in that little bud. And now you see that you really don't notice any imperfections because the flowers just pop. And then we'll do the sentiment. And I'm going to overlap that a little bit also with the green, or the Pool Party. I might end up liking this one better. Okay, so now I'm just going to glue this to this other card layer. I haven't worked much with the Berry Burst, but I thought it would make the flowers really pretty. And then I'm going to pop this up using some dimensionals. I use up all my little scrap pieces sooner or later. And then I'm going to center it on the card. So only a little bit of the embossed cardstock shows. Now I could have cut out from the middle of this piece behind, but I'm not very good at cutting it out exactly. I could have die cut it, but I'm happy with it and I don't mind the layers. It's worth it. So you'll probably need about 10 inches of ribbon to get your ribbon just right. And it's just a little bit of adjusting. Just a reminder, I did that how to tie bow video and I put it on my YouTube channel. So check it out if you're needing a little help with bows. Gave you some tips on how to do different ones. And pretty much it's just a little bit of adjusting. I just kind of keep playing with it until I get it to about the size that I want for. And this crinkle ribbon, like I said, is so cute and puffy. It really turns out nice. And then I want these just a little bit longer at an angle. I need to get my scissors sharpened. Oh, got too much glue on my scissors. That's what the problem is. Okay, so whenever I'm adhering a ribbon, I always put a couple of glue dots on both sides of the knot. So wherever the knot is, I just kind of put it at both sides. If you're having trouble with the little tails on your bow, you can glue dot those as well so that it ends up where it needs to be. Okay, so now we're going to put the embellishments on, and I'm using the Glossy Dots assortment. Right, so I just moved it up a little bit, and I actually think I like that better than everything crowded down at the bottom. So that's all we have for tonight. There's lots of things you can do with this, and so you can see the two different flowers. Really pretty, just gentle, and you don't have to do much to really make a beautiful card. So I just used the free Designer Series paper, the Flight and Airy, the free stamp set, Softly Sophisticated, and the embossing folder, and just a little bit of embellishment. And then I did do a layer here. This layer is Misty Moonlight, and then just a basic white thick cardstock behind. So super easy. All right, if you're watching this later, be sure to, on YouTube, be sure to like and share. And if for some reason you decide that this glass mat studio is for you, remember it comes with this really great glass mat that's so much fun to use, really easy to stamp on. The silicone mat that's got all this functionality for your little Stampin' Spots, or you can use it as wells for your watercoloring. And this chamois, which works great. Cleans up really nicely, but also it's great for cleaning up your stamps because it's thinner. And so it actually, you can get into the little crevices a little bit better. So, all right. Again, it was nice seeing you tonight, and I hope you had a good evening. And we'll talk soon.